What's up, everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarian Productions. We're coming at you today with another action figure review. We're looking at the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra Snake Eyes Paris Pursuit variant. This is actually a pretty cool looking figure. It does come with the Crazy Wolf Timber, and it comes with a Snake Eyes figure that actually has a trench coat on. So that's kind of interesting and unique here. We got quite a few different versions of Snake Eyes in this particular set. So this one kind of stands out a little bit more. So I'm actually anxious to get in here and take a look at it and see what it's all about. So that's what we're fixing to do. So stick with us. Snake Eyes Paris Pursuit. To start out with, this is a really cool looking figure in the package. He does have the really awesome looking trench coat here. The card art is a little bit bland, but it's nice because he's got that crazy hood going on, and overall it works really well. One thing I will point out is there is no crazy oversized weapon on this thing. That's probably because they included timber as well, which is always a nice little nod back to the original cartoon show and the comic book series. But timber did not show up in the movie, but that's alright. Flipping this thing over to the back, we see the file card, some of the other characters from the movie, and the regular G.I. Joe blurb here. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and get to the figure. If I had one figure that I needed to keep carded from this line, it would probably be this Snake Eyes. It just overall looks really nice and works really well. So just keep that in your hat. So if you can grab one of these carded, you may want to keep it carded. But I've got enough of these things, I don't really care. I'm going to open it because we want to look at the figure. And again, don't forget about your insert. So you can see here the packaging. It's again, it looks a little bit bland, but I really like the way the hood turned out in the artwork. So that's kind of why I like it. But all right, let's see what kind of cool insert we got. Alright, so this poster is Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow battling. And I think these are the 12-inch versions that I see here. Pretty nice looking poster. And flipping it over to the back again, we get to see some of the cool gear, some of the other toys from the line. Some of these we have reviewed already, the Steel Crusher, and some that we have not yet got to, the Pit Mobile Headquarters specifically. It'll come soon. Now let's take a look at the figure. First off, we have Timber. Pretty nice looking sculpt. We'll zoom in here a minute and take a better look. We've got old Snake Eyes himself here. His cool trench coat. And go ahead and pull his assault rifle off. Really cool looking. Get rid of that thing there. Then we also have there we go. His sword and a scabbard. It's kind of stuck in there. There we go. We'll loosen it up a little bit. Cool. Can't be Snake Eyes without having a cool sword. Got a standard issue pistol. And we've also got a knife here if I can get it out. I'm going to cut the plastic here a little bit off of the packaging just to make it a little easier on me. Cool little knife. And the figure stand. So here's all the cool accessories. We'll go ahead and zoom in now and take a better look. Figure stand to begin with. It's the traditional dog tag figure stand, so not much to see here. Got the nice G.I. Joe symbol, the new movie symbol on the back, and 2 stars on the bottom. Other than that, just regular figure stand, so no. Timber himself. So Timber is the cool wolf. Snake Eyes' his little buddy. This is a really nice looking sculpt here. Got some nice detail work in this. The only thing I don't really like, they did make the jaws very pink. But beyond that, it's a cool sculpt. It really, really looks nice. There is no articulation or anything. It's just one solid piece. He is kind of snarling and looking all bad and mean and cool. So, very nice looking sculpt. Did a really good job with Timber there. So, we appreciate that. Accessory wise, we have a standard issue knife here. Pretty straightforward, nothing too special about it. Standard issue pistol here for Snake Eyes. Nice little detail work in there. If we can get the light to shine on it a little bit. We've got a very cool looking assault rifle. Again, I don't know all that much about the actual models or anything like this. So if any of y'all know the specifics on the type of gun this is, you can let me know in the comments below. But overall, it looks really nice, and I'm kind of a fan of this particular style assault weapon. So it's cool that we have it for Snake Eyes here. Then we also have his scabbard and his sword. Very cool looking. Got some nice detail work on the actual sword itself. Again, it's a new version of this that they made just for the movie, and it follows suit pretty well. And it does slide into his scabbard easily enough, and it locks in place, so that's nice. Moving on to the figure itself. This is a really cool looking figure. I'm not sure exactly how well these color separations are going to show up here on the video here. But in actuality, it's a two-tone color. So we've got the actual jacket is kind of a gray color. It's got some nice details in it as well. Some silver paint here, there, and about. And then the rest of his costume is more black. But it's really done nicely here. Standard articulation, we're not going to go over it too much. There's nothing holding this figure back at all. All the standard points of articulation here. Standard swivel at the wrist. And then everything else is pretty standard. So, yes. Very cool looking. Lots of detail work on this thing. A really awesome looking figure. His sword can peg in his back. And unfortunately, the only drawback is that he doesn't really have a place to hold his other weapons, so there's no like holsters or anything like that. So all in all, it's a cool figure. Really awesome looking. I just wish that we had a place to hold his knife and his pistol. But beyond that, it is just really awesome looking. So this is one of the ones that you just kind of have to see in person to really appreciate. They got the subtleties just right on this one, and it's really hard to express that without better camera equipment, I guess. So if you can pick this one up, pick it up. You will not be disappointed. It is pretty awesome looking. His visor, I will also point out, is nice and sleek and doesn't raise up or anything, but it works really well for this character. So, all in all, a awesome Snake Eyes figure. One of the best ones we've seen so far. So, yeah, highly, highly, highly recommended. That's it for our review today. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, feel free to drop some comments down below. Subscribe to our channel, like us. Feel free to share it with others if you think it's worth sharing. Till next time, Yo Joe.